make sure he remembers. So there's a spin the wheel stream coming on there. It'll be pretty good. We'll be having some drinks. We'll be doing lots of stuff. It'll be great. Do you have any immediate ideas for stuff that could go on the wheel?
I've no idea. I couldn't tell you. I could not tell you.
One of them's going to have to be chug.
Okay.
You know, one of them will probably have to be... There'll be a few drink-related ones. One of them will be do a shot, I would have thought. I don't know. Maybe we'll... maybe one of them could be... call you Nanan. I don't know. Something stupid like that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll brainstorm. And when I say we... I'll figure it out. I'll come up with a lot of ideas. No, but if you do come up with any good ideas, that could be good. Like, for example, one of them could be Judd does a 15. Judd gets a free 15 minutes to rant about his least favorite Warhammer things. You know, stuff like that. Yeah. That could be a good segment. But also, if anyone's got any suggestions for things that we could add to this to the wheel or the spin the wheel stream, maybe stuff like wax a leg. You know, things like that. You know, Judd gets a tattoo. Because we can do that. I've got a tattoo gun.
Yeah.
You know, we can. That's this. It wouldn't be the first time we've done it before. So you know, there's all of that stuff. Judd, have you been up to anything? What have you been doing?
No, but I have. I've got a quick little freak of the week for you if you want.
Okay, we'll sandwich that between Barcelona and Valentine's then to mix things up, if that's okay. So you know, another reason to stick around because Judd's gonna be telling us about an interesting person he's met. We've already had a suggestion from Sakura. I'm just gonna call you Sakura. Bean Boozled. I could order some Bean Boozled stuff. That could be good. You know, all of that sort of dealio. It'll be fun. You ever done a Bean Boozled?
No.
Do you even know what it is?
No, never heard of them.
It's like Bertie Bott's every flavour beans. There's like jelly beans, and they both look the same colour. One's nice, one's gross. What I would be worried with that is your belly gets set off anyway. So Judd like pukes and shits and stuff like that, like with normal stuff. So Judd gets like the normal nice one and starts vomiting everywhere. That would be funny. Oh no, but that's a good idea. I could order some of those in.
Yeah.
If there's any more ideas until then, tweet at tweetsbadly and let us know. Judd, Barcelona. What do you know about Barcelona?
I think they speak Spanish, maybe.
You know what,
do they
Judd?
speak Spanish? Yeah.
You're 1 for 1. You got it. You did it. Well done.
Cool. Nice.
Round of applause for you.
Thanks.
I took loads of photos and videos and stuff on this holiday. I'm not a big photo video taker normally with experiences, but when doing this podcast, I've started doing more because it's just a better way of remembering whatever I did. And I kind of wish I'd have done that when I went to London. But the funny thing about it is the first thing I took a picture of in Spain was just a random guy's shoes. I just liked them. I just thought, I might like to buy them. But I was like creepily trying to take a picture of this guy's feet. Just this random... this Spanish guy must have just thought I was so... Like, just some weird foreigner taking foot pics.
God. Oh, God.
We stayed near the harbour in Barcelona. This was quite good because my mum basically paid for everything. She wanted to go to Barcelona and needed someone to go with, so she just paid for everything, basically.
Shit.
It was... When we got in the room, I was like, oh, fuck. It's like, it's one bed. One big bed. But it was one of those scenarios where it's actually 2 single beds, so you could, like, separate them apart.
Oh, right, okay.
So, thank goodness for that. It's nearly turned into
You don't have to share. Yeah. You don't have to share a bed with your mother. No.
Yeah, that would have been weird. I didn't even like that. You know, if that was ever the case when you were a kid or something, if you went on holiday.
Yeah.
It's not seen as bad, but, like, I still hated it then.
Yeah.
So, that was good. But there were these lamps that were, like, bolted into the wall, so I couldn't move them too far apart. And my mum was like, "Oh, you snore, I'm gonna be in for a bad night's sleep." Well, let me tell you this, my mum fucking snores as well. She was snoring like crazy. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna complain about this because we're even now. So okay. I left it like that. Yeah, it was good. It's not been that warm because it's the winter. But I got like beer paid for from my mum. There was lots of music, and I walked around. Well, when we first arrived and at the hotel and everything, it was like, it's not that interesting, but it was just like a perfect scene of Spain. You know when you come on holiday and it's like, son, there's someone playing a Spanish guitar on the street, and you sat with a beer, like looking over the harbour, and that's all. It was exactly like that. It was good. Yeah. I felt a bit like James Bond if James Bond went on holiday with his mother and had
everything paid for him. Yeah.
There was lots of music. It was really the culture kind of city. It was pretty cool. Lots of music played, some banjos. Yeah, you wouldn't have thought that, would you? Spanish banjo. But,
no,
it was there. What else? Lots of towers, architecture. Apparently, Barcelona don't give a fuck about graffiti because it's all graffitied, and they're just like, eh.
Yeah, whatever.
I wish our country was more like that, because it's just like, it just kind of looks cool, doesn't it? Just like colourful shapes, things like that.
Yeah, it depends what it is, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, as long as it's not like a spurting cock or like, anything extremely vulgar.
Massive, just like spurting, disgusting, nasty penis.
But don't you think that, like, walking through cities and things like that, like, it's so, like, grey, and it's just, like, like, grey walls and things like that, just, get some graffiti on those bitches, no?
Yeah. Yeah.
What would your graffiti, like, some graffiti artists have, like, a signature, like, tag that they have? It's like a little, like, a thing that they draw with graffiti. What's yours going to be?
It's funny that you say that, because I actually put some graffiti on the back of my granddad's garage once when I was little, and I had no idea.
Gosh,
it was my initials, J and T, and then it was two little like race car flags next to it.
Yes, you are famously into racing.
You know me and my racing. Stop me with me and my fucking racing.
He's always talking about it. The racing is always... did you? But what did you like? Did you do it with like a spray paint can or something? Or just like a
really? No, I did it with a spray paint. Yeah. It. I was pretty young when I did this.
How big was it?
Not super big. I'd say probably only you can see this, so people who are listening aren't going to be able to see. But it's probably like this big.
Like kind of maybe 2 feet wide.
Yeah. So, and it was on the back of the garage, but I'm surprised he never saw it. If you went round to the back of the garage, it's like gone basically now. But if you look really close, you can see like just little bits of it. But yeah,
I might have to see this next time I come over. But yeah, graffitis. Mine would be a furry.
A furry?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
What furry would it be?
A fox, because my last name's Fox, so I just make it weird and make it a furry.
Yeah, fair enough.
There's a tradition in Catalonia, apparently, that I found out about when I went away. Barcelona's in Catalonia. It's a region of Spain. There's these statues. There's this famous statue of a Catalonian man in traditional Catalonian clothes with this little like cap on and stuff. And I'm gonna send you some pictures, Judd, on Facebook. He is bent over taking a poo. That's the tradition. I don't know why.
Oh wow!
But it becomes more of a tradition in that more like they consider it an honor for like different people and famous people to have statues of them doing this little turd. And
what?
And I've sent you some examples of it. So I'm currently, for the video podcast people, I'm currently showing the version of the statue that's the traditional one. But then there's like loads of different characters that are just squatting doing a little turd. And I thought there's one of Vegeta, and his face is so fucked up and mangled.
Oh no, Vegeta! This is fucked up. I don't like this.
The creepiest one's Lisa. Lisa Simpson and Marge. Her eyes are like bulging out of her head.
Oh god, I don't like that.
I've always found this weird as well, right? You know, if like there's like a green liquid spurt somewhere, and they're like, "Oh, it's like Shrek's spunk." No. Shrek's spunk would be white because Spunk's white. Okay. Just because his skin's green, like, you know, black people don't jizz like brown spunk. That's ridiculous.
Oh god,
that's stupid. And there's an example here. Bart Simpson's doing a yellow turd.
Yeah.
He does a brown turd because that's the color of turds. It's like, what the and the Shrek one had a green turd. It makes no sense. Big pet peeve of mine, but no. That's so some other examples. We've got a Wolverine here. We've got a Wonder Woman. There was the Venom suit Spider-Man, Superman, who for some reason is much smaller than Wonder Woman and Wolverine, and also a lot smaller than the Flash, who's also squatting. There was multiple Batman ones, and for some reason they kept giving the Batman ones. They gave him black lipstick. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Joker looks too happy about his turd. Harley Quinn. There's Iron Man.
Taking a big dump, Batman.
I don't know why Iron Man looks so sad on his. Everyone else seems happy enough. There's loads of celebrities. There's like Bowie. Do you reckon the Bowie one was there before he died? Or do you think they did that like after, and it was just still him shitting, like not long after he was dead?
I think they did it like on the day of his death. They were like, "He's died. We must give him a shitting statue." In his honor. There's the Queen. They've got one of the Queen.
Have they? Where's
they've
Queen?
got, but in the bottom right on that big display one.
No, that's not the Queen. That's not the Queen of England.
It is, isn't it?
No, that's not the Queen of England. That's just some lady. I don't know who that is. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. This is a weird tradition. I don't know why, but they're handmade, so
yeah, pretty good.
What character do you want to see doing a shitting pose, Judd? What, or do you want your own? Is that you know?
I personally would be honoured if they did one of me. I don't know. I don't really know who I'd want to see doing a big turd.
That's a funny concept.
I think I'd like to see Danny DeVito doing a big turd.
Oh yeah,
I think one of
Danny DeVito.
I think Danny DeVito, and I also think that Danny DeVito is one of the only celebrities that would truly appreciate one of them being named as well.
There's not many,
I think
but
really like that. Yeah.
Well, listen, if anyone in Barcelona listens to the podcast, please do as a traditional shitting man statue.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're called.
We'd love it.
Yeah, we'd love that. There was a really cool market there that sold some, like, really... It's not really much to tell you, just a lot of cool-looking fruit and meat and all sorts. They were a really, like, big sweet stall. But the interesting thing that I almost messaged you about from that was a tall man from Senegal forced me to buy 2 bracelets for 20 euros.
So, fuck?
Yeah, that was good.
Can you have said no?
Probably, but I don't know. Felt right. He stopped. He's just one of these guys. You know what it's like when you go on holiday. You don't really get them in our country.
You know what it's like. These men who just harass you to buy fucking bracelets.
Well, he like gave me a high five or something, and I'm like, oh, haha, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, where are you from? And I'm like, from England. He's like, oh, where? I'm like, I'm not gonna tell you my address. But, no, I said the north of England. And he was like, oh, cool. Yeah. And then it was like, I'm from Senegal, and I'm like, okay. And then he he put these bracelets on me, and I swear to God, he said they were free. And I'm like, oh, right, okay, cool. And then he put some on my mum's wrist.
Dude, he was like, where are you from? And you're like, oh, from England. He went, oh, cool. And he just slapped these handcuffs.
No, he just like pulled out these bracelets, like, oh, it's my colours. Yeah, look, here you go, you can have them. And then he put some on my mom and said, oh, this is real silver. There was one with like some metal. Of course, it wasn't fucking real silver. Yeah. And they were like, oh, right, okay, thanks. He was like, some bills. Give me the bills. Give me money. Go on. I was like, and he changed instantly. And I was like, no, actually, I swear before that he said, oh, you don't have to pay. My mum was like, well, okay, I'll give you a bit of money. So she got a purse out to give him like probably a couple of euros or something. Yeah. Bear in mind, each one of these bracelets will have probably cost him like a penny. And then he was like, "Oh, big bills, yes, give me big bills." And she was like, "I don't know about that." And,
give me big bills.
And she pulled out 20 euros. I'm thinking, what? No chance I would have given this guy 20 euros. I'd have given him like 3 at most for these things. And she gives him 20, and he's like, "Oh, well, more big bills, please, more bills." And I'm thinking, what the fuck? We've just paid 20 euros for some shite. You are lucky we've given you that. And I went, and normally you're like, no, that's enough or something like that to get. And I went, fucking no way! Like, just like, it was the like tight Yorkshireman in me came out. I was like, no, not a chance! And just immediately walked off. So, yeah. When's the last time you had to deal with one of these chaps? Because you don't go away very often, do you?
No, it's, I think the last time I've had anything like that is a sort of well, you know what you're saying, how with like Facebook, selling stuff on Facebook, you just get these fucking morons that come out the woodwork testing the stupidest stuff. Well, I've had something like that recently on eBay, where I was selling my stuff, some of my old Warhammer shit on eBay, and somebody's like, I'm selling this entire army that altogether I think it all sold, and it sold for like 200 quid. But it's like, the bidding's already still going, and it's like, I will give you £40 for just this part of the army. And I'm like, what are you talking about? The bidding's not even finished. I'm already at £120. What the fuck are you talking about? So,
yeah, there's a lot of that. Online, it's annoying. But it's just not as in your face. It don't feel as threatening. And what was quite funny is we'd keep walking through. We would walk through streets of Barcelona and that, and every so often, another one of these guys would come up to them like, "Oh, where are you from?" And then I'd show him the bracelets that another guy had already sold to me, and I would go, "Senegal." And then they didn't like that. They got grumpy at it, but they didn't like, they didn't. Yeah. Anyway, there was some nice food there, lots of nice food, cool markets. I sent you a lot of pictures of various seeds, because you're a horticulturist or whatever the fuck it's called, of sorts. The video version of the podcast gets to see these seeds that I took some pictures of, one of which was called a pussy flower. You can imagine what that's going to look like.
They're not shy with the names, are they? They are just like, this is a flower that looks like a twat. There you go, twat flower.
One was called cannabis, straight up cannabis seeds.
Cannabis. I guess that's all right. Yeah,
I looked up whether cannabis is illegal in Spain. It's less illegal than the UK. Like, as in, you can go to like these cannabis clubs, and I think you can smoke it legally there potentially, but I did check it is illegal to sell.
Right.
And distribute. So it's one of those weird laws. Well, this is obviously not actually cannabis, is the thing. But then again, isn't that false advertising? So I don't know.
Yeah. So I don't know.
There was a penis aubergine.
Yes.
Penis shaped.
Now we're talking. Now we're talking. This is what I want.
A sexy woman pepper. This has got to be fucking fake. It literally just looks like a photoshopped top of a pepper onto like a woman's shape. Like the shape of a woman's body.
Yeah.
It's so tempting to actually try and grow these things. No chance it ends up being like that. Penis strawberry, penis-shaped strawberries, penis pepper, penis-shaped pepper. Yeah, slightly penis-shaped already. So yeah, those were pretty amusing. They were just on like random stalls around. What else went on? Yeah, those were weird. We walked past an erotic museum. Didn't go in there. Was with my mum. That would have been weird. Lots of weird street performers. There was this massive statue of a lobster that looked...
Oh, yes! An immense crustacean!
It was an immense crustacean! That's such a weird niche inside joke. An immense crustacean, wow. Let me see. Where's the picture of the immense crustacean? I'm trying to send it to you. It's the immense crustacean. Hold on. Sorry, bear with us, podcast. There we go. Sending the immense crustacean to Judd. So
yes! Yes, I love an immense crustacean.
No one's going to know what the fuck that's meant to be, but whatever. What else? We went to this Mexican restaurant. Really fancy place. We were hungry, but we weren't prepared for how much food we were going to have to shove down as gullets, because we tried this tasting menu, and it started off with... what the fuck? The order that I'm seeing these things in is all wrong now. It started off with chips and handmade guacamole that he made right in front of us.
Guacamole. Damn. He whacked that mole right in front of you.
He did. There was pork skin, like pork crackling, but like a big sheet of it, and it was really nice. These chips and guacamole, we didn't realize they were meant to be like complimentary to the whole rest of the tasting menu, but me and my mum, like the greedy pigs we were, just scoffed it down as if it was a first course. So they cautiously brought us some more chips halfway through the tasting menu. Like, we've brought you some more of these. There was another course that you would have hated. It was a single oyster.
Just the one oyster on its own?
Yep, one oyster. This kind of gives you an idea of how fancy the place was. It had like a little dollop of like a cucumber sorbet on it, as well as like some herbs and some like a jalapeno and stuff with this oyster. My mum liked it, and I thought it was okay, but it basically tasted like licking the bottom of the ocean, but kind of nice, if that makes sense. Yeah. Next, we ate like a cold fish soup with a banana crisp out of a skull.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was weird, but whenever I kept tasting this thing, because that sounds gross, right?
Yeah.
The guy said you're supposed to break up the banana and put it into this like fish soup and then mix all the soup in, because there was like a mango sorbet thing on it and stuff. And I'd eat a bit of it and be like, the fuck am I eating here? And then I'm like, why the fuck is it kind of good? It kind of felt like all wrong, but it was quite nice. I don't know. And eating it out of the top of this like decorated skull, it was like, okay. It was kind of a bit tentative at that point.
I think I would have liked whatever it was just because I was eating it from a skull.
Well, it wasn't an actual skull, like not a human skull that they'd hollowed out.
No, I don't care.
It was a ceramic like Day of the Dead skull. I'm sorry. But after having this weird cold fish soup, they then brought just like a bag, just like a baking paper. You know baking paper?
Yeah.
Like that with like a dollop in it in the bottom of it, right? And they kind of just plonked it in the middle of the table and opened it up. And it was this... I'm going to send you this as well. It was this just gross-looking, like, black mess. It looked like... do you know the scene in Harry Potter where they have to brew liquid death?
I think I know, yeah.
I'm going to send it... Take a look at this. And it looked... horrific.
Oh my God.
It looked absolutely gross. It looks
That's
like
yeah.
dirty, sweaty socks in sewage water.
Yeah.
But
Nice.
what it actually was stretchy cheese and mushrooms and like garlic and stuff, and you'd kind of chop some up and put it on a soft tortilla, and it was kind of creamy and delicious actually.
That almost sounds like something I'd like. I think I just didn't like the mushrooms that you just brought up there, to be honest.
I think you could like it, but I don't know. I think you wouldn't like anything on this menu. I think it'd be a bit too fancy.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, it was this tasting menu was such like an experience. That was the kind of main appeal of it. So we weren't done with the weird food because that was quite nice, but by this point we were so full. We were so full. And next they brought this, Judd, which I'm sending you a picture of. It's literally
what is that? Is that a crab
with an entire crab in it?
No.
Yeah.
That's not an immense crustacean, that's a little one. Damn it. You see, this is why we need immense crustaceans. If you're not immense, they'll get you.
Imagine holding a soft taco, an entire crab, and put it in that. That's what it was, with a slice of avocado on it. But obviously they'd cooked the crab, and they must have like flash fried it because like it was just crunchy. It was just like crunchy and delicious.
That crab literally will have been alive as you sat down and were waiting for like as you were having your appetizers and stuff. That crab will have still been alive, and they will have fucking hurled that in a fucking frying like a bunch of frying fat. And it will have died, and you
could
2 minutes later you were eating it.
Soul. That's how because you need the soul. It's part of it, and it was. Yeah. It was delicious. Honestly, I genuinely think you would actually like this. If you can get over the fact that you're straight up just biting into a whole fucking crab.
I don't think I'd mind that. And I have wanted to try crab before, so...
The thing is and I'm not so sure you would like crab meat necessarily, but this just tasted... It were almost like having like crisps in a taco, if that makes sense. Because it was seasoned with nice seasoning and stuff. And you couldn't really taste the meat because it was so like... crisped up to hell. It was nice. It was really nice. It wasn't what I expected it to taste like. And then what was next after that? We had what was it? I'm trying to look through my pictures again. Oh, then they brought out what annoyingly what was the best bit of the meal, which was this pulled pork and beans with spicy onions taco thing. But by then I was so freaking full. It was just It tasted amazing, but like it was disappointing in a way because I wasn't hungry enough to enjoy it. And then there was a dessert. So honestly, the amount of food.
Oh my God!
This dessert was like corn. You know, like corn on the cob. You know, and it comes in like a husk.
I know, like corn on the cob. Yeah.
And then it was kind of like mushed and sweetened, and it had dark chocolate in it, and there was an ice cream to come with it. But then it was cooked inside its husk again. So, I don't know. It's really hard to describe, but it was pretty fucking good. It was kind of like this like corny sweet mush with some ice cream. I didn't know what flavor ice cream it was either, but it was nice. They gave us a little chocolate truffle that was coated in salt and chili and a little chili dip to have it with. I didn't even bother trying that because it was like dark chocolate. And then they gave us this like Mexican coffee as well, which apparently was great, and I hated it because I hate coffee.
Okay, fair enough.
So
I'm not a fan of coffee.
How much of that do you think you would actually eat? Because we ate so much that we were so full, but I kind of think that you would still be hungry by the end of it.
So I think I'd have the crab. I think I'd have the crab in the taco thing.
I think you'd probably have the pulled pork as well.
Yeah. I'd have to try this weird, disgusting, fucking like nasty ass looking thing.
The Black Death.
yeah, the Black Death. And then I don't know. I think what was your dessert again?
It was the corn mush.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe
like
not
the corn mush, but I think the dark chocolate you wouldn't have liked out of it, which is the same with me. So that was a fancy Mexican place. Pretty good. Liked it a lot. What was it called? It was called Oaxaca. So yeah,
Oaxaca.
I don't know. So the next day we went to a place called Park Güell. It's a very famous park. So we were walking around it, and I took loads of photos and videos. It was gorgeous. I bought my girlfriend a little present, a little ceramic bird that you put some water in it, and you blow in it, and it does a little whistle and things. And this was all very nice. We were having a lovely time looking at this park. It was just, it was nice weather. And then we were walking out of the exit, and loads of people were taking pictures around this kind of mosaic tiled lizard. And I took one glance at that lizard and went, oh, this is a Tony Hawk's level! Because you know how Tony Hawk's, when we played through it on Christmas Games one, there's Barcelona level. You know where Steve-O's riding the ball? Yeah. And that park's in the Barcelona level. So I was like, oh my God. And I enjoyed it way more once I thought about that. It's just such a weird niche thing. There's this massive cathedral.
I like to imagine you grabbing people. You're like grabbing people and shaking them going, this isn't Tony Hawk's. This place is in a Tony
Don't you know? Why aren't you reacting like me? You know? There's a massive cathedral in Barcelona as well that I'm pretty sure is part of the Tony Hawk's level, but I don't know. I need to play it again to find out. I don't know. I just thought that was a funny moment. I saw this, like, everyone's taking pictures of it because, oh, it's beautiful, it's great craftsmanship and all this sort of thing. And I go, wait a minute, this was in Tony Hawk's. There was Bumblebee there from Transformers. I don't know what he was doing there.
Bumblebee.
He was just kind of dancing.
Nice.
What else? I'm flicking through my photos here to try and figure out. There's this one guy playing a trumpet sat on a bench. He was obviously busking. He was quite a rotund fellow. He was quite large. And so every time I walked past a busker, I was doing a little clip because I thought it's quite nice, a little video, a little music to remember. And as soon as this guy clocked onto me videoing him, he shouted something at me in Spanish. I'm like, oh shit. I don't think he liked me videoing him.
What was the tone? What was the tone of his Spanish yells?
I think he just was basically telling me to give him money if I'm going to film him or something. I don't know.
All right.
But yeah, so my mum chucked a few coins his way and he carried on playing.
She threw them at him.
I don't know. I thought that was a little bit rude. Like, come on, don't just like stop playing and bark. Give me money. You might have liked another place we went to eat. Probably my favourite place we went to eat was an Argentinian steakhouse.
Oh,
this was
that does sound good.
Best steak I've ever had from this place. However, I've got a major complaint that this place personified, and for some reason, personified, that's the wrong word, but you know, my mum could not get her head around this concept, right?
Okay.
Steak, Judd. How do you like your steak cooked?
Rare.
Actually, or are you taking piss?
No, I like it rare. Yeah.
And when you say rare, that means that they've gone to a hot pan, pressed it on one side, pressed it on the other, and you're basically done.
Yeah, I actually like mine like a bit bloody. So
yeah, okay, that's fine. So rare is you just make the outside brown and it's as little cooked on the inside as possible. Agreed?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Medium rare then. We're talking brown on the outside, a little bit of cooking, and then the very middle is raw still. Okay, we all right on that?
Yeah.
Medium, right? Brown on the outside and pink in the middle, but as soon as the very middle of it, as soon as that's actually been cooked a tiny bit to the point where it's not rare, that's your medium. You know, it's still pink, still plenty of pink in the inside, but it's not raw. There's no raw. It's only, and it's the point where it just stops being raw, all of it. Okay, then medium well done is mostly brown, but a little bit of pink in the very middle, and well done is it's all brown. This makes a hell of a lot of sense, right? Yeah. Why the fuck, whenever I order a medium steak, then, is the middle of it raw? Why can't they get this shit right? Honestly, I swear to God, it's just because chefs who cook steaks think, oh, well, that's how it's supposed to be cooked. Just ask for it medium. It'll be fine with it medium rare. No, I want it done medium. That's why I've asked it for fucking medium. I don't want any rare. I don't want any bit of it to be raw. I want it to be medium. That's how I like it. The reason is the raw meat is squidgy and tough, and it's not as enjoyable to eat. I don't like that. Fucking get medium right. It's so annoying. There's only one place I've ever been to that's not done that, but they slightly overcooked it, which is annoying.
Oh, right.
But whatever.
Yeah.
But having said that, they delivered it medium rare, which was a bit annoying to start with. Having said that, it was really delicious anyway, so I didn't have a problem with it much. But do you not find that, though?
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking about, because, like, sometimes when I ask for it rare, it comes out, like, really bloody. Like they have, like, I mean, they've literally just thrown it in a pan and then immediately taken it straight back out, because it's just dripping in blood.
It sounds to me like you prefer medium rare, then. Where there's still some rare, but it's not, like, oozing blood.
I do. Well, no, I do like bloody things, so I don't know.
It's not actually blood, though, you know.
Well, then send it back. Tell the guy. Tell the guy to go bleed in it. Yeah.
So that was annoying about that, but the steak was incredible. This was one of those places that's like, it's a few streets back. It's like there weren't really many tourists going there. You know, it was under these like steel girders and things like that. And there was a lot of. It seemed like locals were going there more, which was pretty good. There were these creamy potatoes I had there. And you know when we go to like Carvery or something, you get cauliflower cheese and it's so creamy and delicious. It was done like that, but with potatoes. And oh my, that was so good. I'm looking at it now and my mouth's watering.
Mm-hmm.
That was that. We went there. I videoed my mum snoring because she didn't believe snoring. We got some photos of a nice view. This is a very religious city, and I walked past a door that had Jesus like crucified on the door, and I'm thinking, well, right, you know, it's religious city. They have stuff like that around here. But he was holding a guitar, and there's like a crowd like reaching up to him. And I was thinking, what the fuck? Isn't this a bit sacrilegious to this, like, highly Catholic city?
I don't know. It's representing him in a positive light, in it, so it's like...
I guess, but we walked a few steps further and found there was, like, potentially the city's only metal bar there. So that's what that was.
all right.
I also saw a statue of a cat. And just in the middle of a square, and the cat had testicles.
Yes. Now this is what I want. This is what I need. It was
like a massive, muscular, bronze cat that almost looks like a bull or something. But then from the back, it's just got its balls out. Oh god, but there you go.
Damn cats walking around with the fucking balls out.
They're always doing it. Maybe they are in Spain, who knows?
Yeah.
We then went, Judd, to the Museum of Illusions.
Oh yes, I love the Museum of Illusions.
Do you know what it is?
Nope.
Of course you don't. It's basically a selfie museum. It's one of these places where you can stand in front of, like, a thing and have your picture taken, and it looks like something else from another perspective. I'm just going to send you a bunch of examples of this, so you can see the pictures I had. Okay. So, do you know what I mean, though? Like, you stand in front of a piece of art and line it up, and it looks like you're in a scene or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they're not showing up. Come on, hurry up. I've sent them. Come on. We've got a podcast to do. Okay, here we go.
God, wow, okay, that's a lot of... All right.
So we got a picture of my mum looking like she was gonna get run over by a train. There was a picture of my mum fist bumping. Is it Jake?
It is Jake from Adventure Time, yes.
I didn't want to because I thought that would be a bit cringe of me to do that, but my mum hadn't got a clue what Adventure Time is, and she's like a child. There's one where it makes it look like some tigers are jumping on you. And one of the tigers got a gun, but they're jumping out of a fish's mouth that looks like it's been birthed from a sack of potatoes. I don't know what the fuck this one was supposed to be, but we got it. There's another one with this fucking massive cartoon weird looking ass dude looking like he's scratching your head. I don't know.
Oh my god! I've just seen the last one that you sent me. Holy shit! It's another immense crustacean. Holy fuck!
Dude, we'll get
They're
to
everywhere in this place.
There was one where the lizard from the Tony Hawk's game, from Park Gwell, looks like it's licking you. Then there's one where my mum looks like she's blown her brains out, but it's butterflies. This to me. It looks like a 2011 like mice or Tumblr picture that 2011 emo haircut, old Instagram filter, and then you'd do that. For fuck's sake. Then there was me slaying a dragon. That one looks alright. Oh, I'm wobbling off a bridge. There's that one. Did you not see the one where I'm like doing a turd on a toilet next to Putin and Trump?
Yeah, I saw that one. I saw that one, yeah.
So the thing is, this is not the only one of those they did. Because I saw on a promotional picture, there's one where you can take a dump next to Obama and Hillary. So they've painted over that and changed it into these guys.
Keeping it relevant.
There's one where you're a puppet being put in a box. There's one where you're gonna get, I don't know, you're laid on a table and like Pinhead and Freddy Krueger and like a clown and like a not Hannibal Lecter but a royalty free version and a Frankenstein are all like surrounding you. There's one where it looks like you're pulling SpongeBob's pants back to thwick him at him, like giving him a wedgie. You see that? See me doing that?
I see that one. Yeah. I don't like how you're acting in that one though. I don't like the face you're pulling in that one.
About them bullying him.
He's got this real fucking look on his face as he's about to twang his pants.
There's one where I'm running away from a giant crab which has come to take its revenge after I ate its brethren at the Mexican restaurant before. So I've just realised for the video version of this, I'm wearing the same t-shirt as I was in all of these pictures. So, okay. So yeah, it was a little bit misleading, okay? Because, when you think of a place called the Museum of Illusions, I don't think I'm just going to be taking a bunch of selfies, okay? So there was this really cool cocktail place we went to a couple times, where a lot of the cocktails look like paint. It looks like a pot of paint or something like that.
Okay.
And we saw these before we went, and I was thinking, this looks weird, but I'm excited to try it, because I like to try weird stuff. And they were absolutely delicious. It was really odd. Like, it'd be like biting into... It was kind of like that, like, shit bag or whatever from Mexico. a lot of stuff that looked really gross, but tasted delicious on this holiday. So there was that, and I don't know. I think that's about it, really. I mean, I went to a tapas place and asked for one large beer, which normally means a pint. There, and they brought me this massive like jug that it was like 4 pints big. It was bigger than my head. I didn't know that was going to be a large there, but that's what it was. So Barcelona, quite a fun city.
Oh, nice.
I don't mind going there again. It was pretty good. As of recording this. Well, actually, Judd, why don't you hit us with one of these things?
Not heard this in a while.
Freak of the week.
That's right, we've got jingles on this show. You didn't know that, did you? It's time for Freak of the Week, where we encountered a really odd person. You might call them a freak, and we admire their freakiness by discussing them on the podcast. Judd, tell us about a freak.
So it's a bit of a special one today, to be honest. It's because it's a bit of a special freak.
Okay.
Because today's freak is me.
Good. I actually nearly called that. I almost said it. I honestly almost did.
I did a really freakish thing at work today, which
do I have to call the lawyers before this?
No. I'm just really embarrassed about it, and it could have gone a lot worse, but it didn't. It's early in the morning. I've been at work. It's not super early, actually. I'm not going to give myself too much credit. It was like 8:30, maybe 9. And I'd just come down to the toilets, and I really needed a piss. And I was sort of out of it a little bit because it was early, and like I for some reason I'd had a really bad time waking up this morning. So I'm looking at my phone, I'm really groggy, and I walk over to the urinals to go and have a piss. So I get my cock out, and I'm stood there. I don't even immediately start pissing. I'm just stood there, really sleepily and grudgingly looking at my phone with my cock just flopped out. And I suddenly realise, wait a second, this toilet doesn't have a urinals. And I look down, and I'm stood with my cock just flopped out over the bin. Just stood there in the middle of like the works toilets with my cock just flopped out over a bin. And I heard the toilets you have to come down to get to the stairs. And I heard whoever like coming downstairs to get to these toilets. So I quickly went, I actually shouted, I went, no! Like that. And then I ran into one of these toilet cubicles and I started to piss. But for a good solid like 20 or 30 seconds, I was just stood there with my cock and balls just flopped out in front of this bin, just stood there looking at my phone.
No!
I went, no! Because I was like, if anybody would have walked into those toilets and seen me stood there with my cock flopped out, that was me done forever on that site. Like, that's all I would ever be known for on that site. So, there you go. That was my little freak of the week for you.
I can't. The bit that got me, the bit that gets me is the no. No! No, do you mean no?
I didn't want him to come down and see me because it was such a desperate moment. Like my eyes, you know, in like cartoons where somebody's eyes like go pinpricks because they like realize they're in mortal danger. My eyes did that, and I went no. And it ran into the top.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. Wow, that's going to make a great clip to go on the Clips channel. That little story is, holy fuck, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh my lord. Well, as of recording this, Valentine's Day was yesterday. Did you do anything for Valentine's Day, Judd?
Did I fuck? I completely forgot it was Valentine's.
You didn't even realise it was Valentine's Day?
No, I think I did. I think I heard somebody in the radio say it. And then
I do anything though.
No, they didn't actually. Now that you say that, didn't do anything for Valentine's Day. But but to be fair, they are going away this weekend. So
right. Do you think that Valentine's Day ain't so much a thing for older people?
I think that. I just think it's the same with anybody. It's like if you choose to do something or not for it, because it's not a super like.
Yeah, it's not one of the biggest hype holidays, is it? It's not like Christmas or anything.
No.
Okay, well, I did stuff I not particularly interesting. We cooked salmon en croûte. at home. We shared a bottle of wine that we won from work. We played charades, and yeah, that's it.
Nice.
Nothing rude happened.
Oh, did you fucking fuck her pussy? That's awful. Sorry,
So
sorry,
moving on.
Jasmine.
Have we got any more ideas for the spin the wheel stream, Judd?
No, I haven't got a
I could
single.
order
I've
us
never
like an embarrassing outfit or something like that. That could be good. You know,
Okay.
or Sharpie on a mustache. You know, stuff. I'm thinking stuff like this. You know, because then it'll probably still be on for the Monday when you have to go to work. But don't worry, Judd. It'll distract everyone from the fact that you've tried to put your piss in the bin. So
They don't know that. They don't know that.
They're all going to listen to this podcast now.
They'll never know me as the bin pisser ever.
What nickname do you think you would have ended up with?
I don't know, because it's like, I don't know. What would they even have gathered from that situation? What would they have done? Piss bin. That sounds good. I honestly, I can't fucking believe that I did that. I cannot believe it.
I thought you were going to say that it was over the sink or something like that. But
no. I was just stood there with my cock out, like in front of the bin, and I don't know, just surreal. But the thing is, weirdly enough, this isn't the first time I've attempted to piss in a bin while being really tired. Because do you remember a long time ago when I was a little kid, I was sleepwalking one time, and I walked downstairs when Mum and Dad had people over, guests, and I just started pissing in the bin. I just started pissing in the downstairs bin.
I don't remember that at all.
Have we never told this story?
No!
I just like what I walked downstairs and I just started pissing in the bin, and like my mum came in, she's like, "Jordan, what are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm pissing." I didn't say pissing because I was like actually like 5, but it was but like, yeah, I was just fucking pissing in the bin. I'm like, I need the toilet.
What did they do?
she clearly, like, she knew I was like obviously sleepwalking, so she was just like, "All right, okay, I'm going to take you upstairs to bed now," and I'm like, "But I'm pissing."
We've got way too many stories about piss. It's really bad because I can think of another one.
It's really fucking disconcerting.
Do you remember when your mum and our dad were still together and we had a bunk bed at their house?
Yeah.
And I had the top bunk and you had the bottom bunk. And for some reason, you were such a little shit as a kid. I did not like you. And for some reason, you decided that you wanted to have the top bunk. And I was like, oh, I really don't want. I'm really bad at sharing. I don't like this sort of thing. You were gross. Yeah. You were a gross child. Yeah. You're gross now, but you were a child.
I'm gross.
And they're like, oh, I really don't want to have to swap beds. But like, you know, I don't get much choice in this because your mum was like, oh, Judd wants to sleep on top bunk today, and because your mum was like the massive favourite to you and didn't give a fuck about me when we were kids, she was like, oh, Judd's gonna sleep up here, and I was like, oh, and I wanted, so I was gonna have to go sleep on bottom bunk. But no, that wasn't good enough for you. You didn't want to just sleep on the top bunk. You wanted both of us to sleep on the top bunk. That's what you wanted. So it was like, oh no, you've got to sleep in this small single bed with this little fucking weird child. Fuck it, what a fucking weirdo. And then the entire fucking night, you rolled me into the like barrier that's to stop the kids from falling out of the bed. You like fully squished me into this barrier.
I was just moving, dude. I was just fucking...
You weren't moving once you'd squished me into it. You're like a fucking Snorlax. Like, I was pressed against this thing, so I couldn't fucking move. And then I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, I need to piss. Oh, God. Oh, no. So,
hey, well, you were the pisser. You were the little piss ball.
So eventually, So eventually I just started pissing. and then obviously, like, this was quite close to when to the morning when we would be getting up anyway. So I was trapped here, pissing, And like, that's like the Danny DeVito memes. So I started blasting. I was trapped there pissing, and I kind of had to fall asleep for another hour or so. And then your mum like discovers us to wake us up, and I got in a load of shit for pissing the bed and pissing over you.
Why
and
did you piss all over us, you freak? You
because
pissed
he
all
was
over
I can't believe I hate this. I hate this. The memories are horrid. He's got a fucking PTSD of this shit.
You
it was horrible. I was
little
just trying to go to bed.
You pissed all over.
I was just trying to go to bed, and then I was squashed, and because I knew for a fact. Do you know why it was? Because I was terrified of waking you up. Because I knew your mum would be like, "Why did you wake him up for?" So I pissed. Okay, that's why.
I know what won't get her. What?
Well, I weren't trying to piss. I was trying to hold it. I was gonna go to the toilet when you woke up, but no, you slept like a fucking dead person. It was. Oh my god. Anyway, thanks for listening to the Piss Podcast. That was the other name we almost went with. No,
yeah.
If you got to the end of this podcast, then thank fuck for you, because some people have to. Remember to subscribe and like and do things. Twitch streams badly on Twitch. YouTube streams badly on that. Podcast badly on Spotify and Anchor. Those are the best places to get podcasts. You know, Apple and Google are awkward about it. So tweets badly on Twitter. Judd, please end this podcast with your famous end of podcast saying.
Listen, all I gotta say is that the piss boys be pissing.
Right. Piss boys be pissing.
Piss boys be pissing.
Piss boys. Wow. Piss boys be pissing. Fucking hell. So, Judd.
Yeah.
It's reminders. 25th.
Yeah. Of this month.
25th of this month. Yeah.
I'm coming to your house to do the thing. Do the thing.
Like, what sort of time?
I don't know. What sort of time do you want me to come over for?
Usual sort of time, like after lunch, maybe 3-ish, something like that.
All right.
Then 11th of March. What's that one?
That's a boxing thing, or is that your it's either your birthday or a boxing thing?
So the boxing thing's the 26th. It's the day after of coming over.
Okay. Okay.
And then, 11th is my birthday. You know where that is.
Okay.
Don't dox us and tell people where it's going to be in case
is
anyone turns up.
Is it in town? Is it just going to be around our town? The town that we have towned?
No, Judd. It's going to be... Wait. One sec.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, it's in the Shard in London. Oh shit! I said it.
No, it's in Vegas.
See, the problem with me doing that bit of like pretending it's somewhere else, so that like pretending I've doxed myself, is you'll accidentally turn up there now. Like you'll forget the place I actually said.
I'll go. Oh, it's not in the Shard. Goddamn.
So anyway, so that's that one. The last thing that I needed to check with you. Have you changed your background, Judd?
I have. I did it just before we started.
Okay, good. What do you think of it?
Who is that?
Oh, Martin Clune. And also, did you notice the other thing that was added to it?